Hi, I'm Scott Mansell and welcome to the Driver 61 channel. Now in this video we're going to take a really quick look at Valtteri Bottas' incident in Q3 at the Australian Grand Prix. Now if you want to watch the incident in full speed, I'll link to the video from Formula 1 themselves, as I can't show the incident in full speed. I'm just going to do an analysis from a racing driver's perspective. So Valtteri had a decent Q2 where he'd almost matched Lewis, and he wanted to get out in Q3 and obviously set a good benchmark time, a good banker lap before he did his second run in that session to optimise his qualifying time. But he came out and right at the beginning of his lap into turn one, he made an error that then continued through turn two and ultimately meant that he crashed on the exit of turn two. So on the braking here, it's notoriously difficult and bumpy on the braking down into turn one. He's turned the car in quite well, as you can see here, but actually it's turned in a little too well and is coming into the curb and actually takes more than you would really want here. It's quite an aggressive curb here on the inside, and ideally you don't really want to take too much of the curb because it can launch the car as you're coming out of turn one. And the thing is with turn one is you can't treat it like an individual corner because you've got turn two coming up. So you need to compromise a little bit on the exit of turn one so that you can open up turn two and be flat all the way through there. So Valtteri takes too much of this curb here, and when you watch the video in full speed you can actually see as he comes out of turn one here the suspension working and the car literally just pulsating, jumping across the track, which then means that it puts him wider on the exit and the entry to turn two here. And you can see that actually he's running on the grass at this point, which is obviously then going to translate into an incident as he comes out of the corner. Now you may ask yourself, why is a driver like Valtteri, a Formula 1 driver, just simply misjudging and putting the car on the grass? Well, the mistakes already happened in the braking zone and the turning in point into turn one. He then just tried to get away with it, and as a driver you're actually looking all the way up here, so you'll have some peripheral vision down here just on the outside, but your main focus is actually looking a long way ahead of yourself. So he's just kept his foot on the accelerator, trying to get away with it, because if he lifts at this point, the lap is scrapped anyway, and then he'll only have one attempt at his Q3 ultimate lap time. So he really wanted to get a banker in, and therefore he kept his foot on the accelerator and tried to get away with it. Unfortunately, he was 20 or 30 centimeters too wide, dropped the car on the grass, kept the accelerator on, and ultimately picked up some oversteer through the turn two left-hander, picked up the oversteer, couldn't catch it, and ended up in the wall. So that's all for this very quick analysis of Valtteri Bottas' incident at the Melbourne Grand Prix. If you're interested in driving technique, please head over to driver61.com/uni, where you'll see lots of tutorials on left foot braking, trail braking, and understanding weight transfer. All the things that you need to be quicker in real life racing or sim racing. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.